Hey, what's good, Flash fans? This is Campfire Comics, and I'm here to talk about The Flash, Season 2, Episode 12. Nate couldn't be with us again this morning. Something was up where he didn't have an opportunity to watch the episode, so it's just going to be me rolling solo once again. Now, we're going to get into, my favorite moments, so let's jump right up into this. And what I like right off the bat, number one, was the creation of another metahuman. We kind of went away from it, which was good because every episode there for a while was the same thing. We've gone away from it, and you know what? When it happens, like, you know what? This is cool. I get to see the creation of another metahuman again. Those stories always kind of interest me, how they become what they are. It sucks that every time a metahuman is created, with the exception of like Barry, everyone's bad. But I thought there was an interesting character, a dirty way to go down. And when he comes back and he's like talking about what he felt, his ears burning, how painful it was in his eyes. But then when he said, bro, trying to breathe and all the burn down my throat when I was trying to breathe in that burning tar, I was like, man, he made that sounded terrifying. Like, I got a visual representation of like, you know what? I never want to fall in tar ever. So I like that. The creation of a metahuman kind of takes it back a little bit. I thought it was really cool. Moving on, I like the dynamic between Wells and Barry throughout this whole episode. I kind of put them all together in this one little section. Barry kind of wanting to work with Wells, and, he's reading all these books and all this kind of stuff. And you see Wells is struggling, right? Like, he feels guilty about what he's doing to Barry. And Barry's excited about working with Wells, because he still looks as Wells as like that father figure. Intellectually, they're on the same level. The camaraderie, the teamwork, and all that kind of stuff. And I enjoyed seeing that when they figured out how to close one of the breaches. Barry's all excited and, high-fiving and stuff. And, Wells is just overwhelmingly upset because of how excited Barry is and the fact that they want him to really be part of the team. And he even told him, Wells is just like, bro, I will betray you. I will choose my daughter every time without blinking an eye. And they did a really nice job of building that up, seeing them work together and things like that. Moving on to my next favorite moment, I guess, was, I don't know, I like seeing the Zoom shoot up. He gave him that shot of the G-Force, and like he gets all electrified and stuff, and Zoom just kind of like he's shooting up steroids, basically, is what he was doing, getting that fix in. And of course, 2% of Barry's power. Of course, Zoom's not going to be satisfied with that. He's not getting his daughter back with that little bit of amount. Zoom's going to take everything that he can. Now, the Flash not being fast enough. I guess we'll move on to favorite moment number 3, outside of Zoom shooting up, which is Barry not being fast enough to save Iris. That whole scene was cool. Barry gets there, snatches the dude out of the car, snatches that bad dude out of the way of the car. Then he's trying to get to that piece of glass. I wanted it to be a little bit more climactic than that, because you see the previews. It's like, we know she's not going to die. But like they really drummed it up like it was some kind of big deal. Bro, a piece of glass hit her in the shoulder. Not really death defying. It's not like he hit an artery. She got a piece of glass in her arm. That happens every day in somebody's kitchen. They put her in the hospital for like 3 days or something. Like, she's just weak, couldn't speak. They knocked her out. I was like, bro, you could stitch her up right there on the side of the road and she could go back to working the next day. But anyway, I did like that scene. And they needed something to show how serious that it was that Barry just lose 2% of his speed. How big of a factor that can play in him and what he was able to do to what he's can currently do now. So that was cool. My next favorite moment, I enjoy anytime they make small references to the Arrow. And you had Felicity, or not Felicity, but you had that joke like, who's the best hacker in the world? And both of them at the same time, it's like Felicity Smoke.
And there it is. Who's the best hacker in the world, people?
Felicity Smoke.
What is wrong with you two? That's not friendship.
I laughed at that. I thought it was awesome. Any little scene I get in with Cisco, he's just a breath of fresh air for this episode. I don't know what this show would do if they took him out. I mean, he's such a vital role to the character build of this show. I love everything they have going on with him. Moving on, we're going to get back to Wells. This is my next favorite moment, and it's when Wells becomes like clean. Like he pretty much just admits he can't take it anymore. Barry's beating himself up. He's like, I wasn't fast enough. He's been coughing or yawning. Been yawning and just been tired. And they seem something's just a little bit off. And Barry's like, I'm just not feeling it. Wells finally gives in and comes clean. I loved that. You want Wells to really be part of the team, and he's never been, right? This Wells has always been separated on his own account, did it on purpose, just there to kind of use them, and he's grown fond of them. You see earlier where he blows up at Barry and runs him out of the office. I enjoyed that scene again between the two of them because it shows how much Wells is really starting to care for Barry and for this team. And the fact that he come clean and pretty much put his daughter's life in jeopardy says volumes. Joe comes in, wastes no time, he throwing haymakers at this point. Like at the end, Joe just went on a rampage. He punching everybody. He don't even say nothing. He just throws them in the cell, and it's like, well, what's he doing in here? If I didn't put him in there, I was going to kill him. And then Joe just dips. I enjoy that aspect of it, of that whole scene with him going on about that, because Wells is like, yo, guys, I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong, but what else am I going to do? Moving on from that, how awesome is this show with their bad guys? Like every once in a while they go all out. You've got Grodd, that giant ape. They did a fantastic job with King Shark. Did a fantastic job. Like when you see them, I was like, man, they did a good job. Again with this dude Tarman at the very end, when he goes like all supersized and stuff. I thought it looked great, especially for a CW television show. I thought it looked amazing. They didn't waste no time playing around. Barry just threw a bomb at him, blew him up, knocked him down to size, and here comes Joe. Pat, haymaker, walks off scene. So I enjoyed that scene from it, and then getting on to the end, obviously, Barry makes the announcement of back to Wells. They accept him into the fold, saying, yo, we forgive you. We a family. We a part of the team. We going to help you get your daughter back. We going to Earth 2. Cutscene. That's all I needed to see. I think that's awesome. I don't know why I never really thought about them going to Earth 2. Obviously, it makes sense. But now we get to see it. I'm excited for it going into this next episode. A great episode, guys. This was good. This was more of a classic Flash where they intertwined some of the side stories with Wally West and, Wells and the relationship that he's got going on with Zoom. And then you had a new metahuman that they had to take care of. Classic Flash, 3 different story parts going in different directions, all comes ahead at the end. I thought it was brilliantly done. What do you guys think? That's what's important. Those were my favorite moments. Were there favorite moments of yours that I didn't talk about? If you would, let me know in the comment section below. And guys, if you like this video, then like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. We cover a variety of other shows. I got some cool stuff coming up in the future. So make sure you get on that subscribe button so you don't miss any of it. And until next time, guys, I'm out.